I am going to prioritize my way of living, my work ethics, and then I'm going to work at that pace. And once I start working at that pace, I don't look at what people around me are earning. Because these are choices that I will make. Because I have made some other choices in my life. And the person I'm comparing with is probably only focused on one part of their life, which is fine. It's not right or wrong. It's not right or wrong. It's about what I choose to be and what I choose to radiate to my family. So if you feel you're driving too fast, if you feel that's the reason, just slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Don't look at anybody else. It's going to be completely... And don't start saying, no, but the house is so expensive, but the fees are so much. No. Life is not about one part. You just heard her saying, my husband had a heart attack at the age of 37. Everything could have ended that day. Everything could have ended. Now, when we listen to things like this, we say, it's okay. Me or my spouse is not going to have a heart attack. And we ignore. Hearing experiences and checking our quality of life is just teaching us that, okay, if today we are going to say, I'm not happy, do you think 10 years later, if we meet, we are going to be able to say, I'm happier? No. And if we meet 20 years later, do you think we're going to be able to say we are happier? No. So which phase of life are we going to be happy then? Which age? Which phase? Because when we were in the village, we thought we will be happier when we will go to the city. When we came to the city, we thought we will be happier when we will go to Silicon Valley. And now we've come here. Where will we go from here now? Ab kahan jana hai? Kahan jayenge abhi khush hone ke liye? People are talking about going to the other planet now. Yeah, because we need to keep doing something different, thinking that that's when I will be happy. And when will I be happy? Now. So most important, choose the pace of your life which is comfortable for you. You and me could be comfortable at a very different driving speed of the car. So somebody could be very comfortable driving fast, but the other people are driving fast only to be at that pace, and they're not even comfortable in that car. And most important, their children are not comfortable in that car. Their spouse is not comfortable. But the person on the wheel will keep on driving fast. Because? So we have to choose the speed. So most important, choose your speed today. And don't create any wrong thoughts while you're choosing your speed, thinking, but what if this happens? What? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. And when you choose your speed and then start taking care of yourself, of the mind and the body and the family, probably after some time you can increase your speed. You can again increase your speed. There is always a stage in life where you have to choose what speed you are in. If I'm in a lot of traffic, I have to drive slower. So if there is a lot of cluttering around me right now, I might need to drive a little slower. After 10 minutes, I'm on the drive faster. But if I keep driving fast right here when I'm in the clutter, then I might create some complications which I will not be able to resolve. You will not be able to undo whatever happens to your children after 20 years. Nahi kar payenge. But there's no point creating guilt and regret then. Oh, I wish I had slowed down 10 years back. Nahi kar payenge. We won't be able to do it. So drive at a pace. It's not saying don't work, work less. It's saying drive at a pace which is comfortable for you. And your pace is not going to be comparable to somebody else's pace. Two people cannot have the same way of driving the car. And similarly, two people cannot have the same way of working. What happens today is, whether it's in our education system or whether it's in our work culture, the factor of personality of a person is never taken into consideration. The same work is given to everybody. The same syllabus is given to every child. But we are not taking into consideration that two people are different. Two people are different. It's like you're expecting two cars to drive absolutely the same way, but the two cars could be completely different. Different. We just came in Ronak's car. Now his car is something on the automatic mode. He can look back and talk at us. If I go to India and I do that tomorrow, and I said, Ronak did that in his car, so I'll also do that. I'll also chat with the people sitting in my car. What will happen? This is what we're doing. We say, oh, he did this, she did this, I can also do this. No. My personality, their personality. My capacity, their capacity. My spouse, their spouse. My children, their children. Different. Different. There cannot be a comparison. So I will only have to choose. I will have to choose what is comfortable for me, and most important, what is priority for me. And when I do this and when I come to work, brother, I'm so centered and stable that I do not expect people at work to be my way. Just because truth is my sanskar, it's my nature, it does not mean everybody is going to be honest the same way. Honesty is a word, but that same word is going to mean different things to different people. Like punctuality is a word. So this program is to begin at 10 o'clock. Please be on time. So someone will come at 9:45 and say, I'm on time. And someone will come at 10 and say, I'm on time. And someone will come at 10:15 and 10:15 and say, I'm on time. Does that happen? So why are three different personalities for the same word as punctuality? So who is right? 9:45, 10 or 10:15? Who's right? Because the 9:45 is going to stare at the 10:15 and say, how can you come at 10:15? And the 10:15 is going to stare at 9:45. Why? You had nothing work to do. You came at 9:45. So both are going to find each other very strange. But both are carrying a different sanskar. And that is spirituality. Understanding our own sanskars, which means our thinking, our feelings, our personalities, our nature, and then having compassion that the other person is going to be different. And so if honesty is your sanskar, beautiful sanskar. But if you're going to get irritated when other people are not honest your way, then your own good quality is going to become the cause of pain. So every quality has to be coupled with compassion and humility. With compassion and humility, that this is mine, the other people have a different sanskar. And I will, most important, continue to live my sanskar even if other people are not living the same. So if 9:45 is my right, then I will come and sit here at 9:45 even if the hall is empty. And not say after 1 month, no one comes on time, so what's the point that I go early? Because then I'm giving up my quality. And when we give up our qualities because we don't find the same ones in other people, collectively we are giving up a lot of qualities. Because we thought and we expected other people to have the same as us. The most intelligent minds of the world will need to know that no two minds can be the same. They cannot be the same. Your thoughts cannot be the same. When you and your children cannot be the same, how do you expect to come to work and have strangers to be your way? How is that possible? And then why am I programming myself and saying, obviously I'll get upset when people are not my way? It's abnormal to say that. It's abnormal. What is normal? People should be my way is normal? Or people different is normal? What's normal? People different is normal. So expecting people to be my way is normal, or accepting people to be the way they are is normal? Accepting. So expectation is normal or acceptance is normal? But nobody taught us. And everybody ingrained into us, expectation to normal hai, expectation. It's like a song that we have been singing. expectation to normal hai, expectation normal hai, expectation normal hai. And so my mind says expectation is normal. Just change the song today. It's just a programming. Acceptance is normal. And acceptance means I do not allow anything here to get disturbed when people outside are not my way. Because once it starts getting disturbed, then it's getting disturbed not for big things in life, for the smallest things. Anyone gets disturbed when their friends don't like their post on social media? Honestly, anyone getting disturbed? Disturbed means a little not happy, a little one bit on the gray shade. Anyone here not happy? Please raise your hands. Purvi, you're not happy when people don't like your Facebook post? Yeah. Why? Because I expect them to like my post. Why? Let's ask ourselves, why should people like my post? One answer. Why should people like my post? Any reason for that? Because I'm good. It's not because I'm good they should like my post. It is when they like my post, then I am good is what I believe. I believe the more friends I have, the more people who comment on my post, the more people who like my post means I am good. It's that belief system. And you know, when we created that belief system, when we were 3 years old and uncles and aunties came to our house and mummy papa said, dance karo, gana gao, dance karo, gana gao. And we performed for them and they said, good boy, good girl. And that's the day it got programmed here. When people appreciate me, when people approve of me, when people say I'm a good boy, good girl, then I'm good. Now today we are 40, 45, we're still performing. We're still dancing for the world. We wear what the world likes, we eat what the world likes, we drink what the world likes, we talk what the world likes, we walk what the world likes. And because of that, we've started thinking what the world thinks. Each time just pause when you choose your dress from the wardrobe. Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for the world? Most of the things which we are wearing, eating, drinking are not right for us. They are not comfortable for us. They are not healthy for us. But what will people say? What will people say? So if you want to be happy always, you will have to say, I live my life for myself and for my family. I do no wrong to people, but I will not live my life just to get. Because then what you will post on social media will also be keeping in mind which post will get more likes from people and not the post which you think is right or what you like, but it is more for this. If anybody is going to keep standing like this in life, like me, like me, like me, like me. So it started with like me, now it's reached to like my post. So anyways, our self-esteem was not very high because whenever we met people, it was like my dress, like my phone, like my hairstyle, like me, and like who I am. But when social media came into the picture, it became a little more complex because now you have to like every moment of my life because I'm capturing it and putting it there to get your approval. And when I don't get your approval, I start doubting myself. And then I start doing things to get your approval. And this means I'm only going. And then how will I live my life at my pace? Because people are not going to approve of that life. So even if I choose to slow down in life, I'm suddenly going to have a lot of people saying, you're not right, don't do this, don't do this. And I then want public approval and I'll be back to where they were. Yes? Yes or no? Can we shift from this? The more I do this, the more I'm not going to be happy. Because every time people are not going to come and put it there for me. Sometimes they can just come and pick up whatever little is there in my bowl. So they can just come and put one nasty comment on your post and go away, leave alone liking it. And sometimes people are just cheating me. They're not even looking at the picture. They're just clicking like. Chalo, khush raho tum. That's what they are doing. Aren't they doing that? Just to please us, because they know. And also one more reason why they are clicking the like, because they also want your likes. And they know that if they don't click your like, tomorrow their likes will reduce. Look at where we are heading. Where we are heading. Post what you like. Like because you want to share it with the world. Share it. And while you're sharing it, share it because you liked that part of your life. And most important, you want to share that part of your life with the world. But we have started sharing everything. And we are sharing not because we want to share, we are sharing to get approvals. And that's affecting self-esteem. So we are using social media, but there has to be a way. Otherwise, before I realize, my self-esteem is going to go. And when I'm with low self-esteem, then I will not be able to make my right choices of life. So if I can't wear something of my choice without thinking what will people say, how will I shift in the way I work without thinking about what will people say? What will people say? So the highest strength that's going to come is going to come when I start living life on the basis of what is right for me. And right means what will keep me at a higher vibration, what will keep my body healthy, what will keep my family happy, and then I will do well at work. But sometimes that might not be what the world is doing, and that might not be what the world is approving. 25 years back when I came to the Brahma Kumaris, not many people around me approved of that. Not many of my friends approved of that. Many of them did not approve and many of them criticized me. And if that day I would have got affected, destiny would have been different. And I'm not saying right or wrong. No one is wrong. Important is to do what I am feeling is right. This turned out to be right for me. It could have turned out to be wrong for me. I don't know. But important is at that time, when I'm feeling something is right for me, let me not change it only because people are saying that it's not right. Take advice, but finally do what you feel is right, because that's how we will be able to be happy. Otherwise, we are doing a lot of things. And when peer pressure is a sanskar of parents, then peer pressure becomes the personality of children in that house. And then we can see the peer pressure in our children and say, my child is asking for this just because their friends have it. Now my child wants to have a birthday party this way just because their friends have it. But peer pressure is in the air in the house for them. So it's not that they have to change. It's we. So to be able to do that, start taking a little time to be with yourself every day. You know, it's like even if I'm driving fast, even if I'm driving on the wrong road, if I paused for 10 seconds to even ask myself, am I driving right? It would have changed. But if I don't even pause for 10 seconds, then I don't know which country I will reach. And then I will say, oh, I wanted to go here and I've reached there. Because I didn't pause for 10 seconds in between to even check. And why I didn't pause? Because I was just walking where everyone was walking. I was driving where everyone was driving. 2 days back, we were at the Vancouver airport. First time at that airport, we wanted to see where to exit. Everyone was going on another path and we just started following them. Everyone. There was not a single one which was going the where we had to go. Not a single one. And because there was not a single one, we didn't even bother to look at the signboards. We just went where everyone was going. And we could have entered into another flight because they were all going there. This is life. Don't go where everyone is going, assuming that what they are doing is right for you. It's right for them. We're not saying it's wrong. It's right for them. I only have to check whether it is right for me. I cannot just walk because everyone is walking. And most important, I cannot walk just because if I walk another direction, people are going to look at me and say, how can you do this? This is not right. and so prioritize life. So what is first priority for us? My 15 days experience here says first priority for most parents today is emotional health of their children. While in Vancouver, they were talking so much about addiction. They were talking about so much about children and addiction. They were talking so much about children and violence. And now when the child is 15, 20, 25, and they are saying, oh, we are going to the rehab center, and then this is happening. Now what do we do? Even then we can do it. But had we started much earlier, we wouldn't have even reached that stage. We wouldn't have reached that stage. So if we emotionally nurture our child, the child can never, ever, ever go towards any addiction. They cannot. And most important, if we live a life where there is no addiction. If we live a life where there is no addiction. If we live a life where we are eating and drinking only that which is high, pure energy, sattvic, then it's not in the air. It's not in the house. And then we will say, oh, but they're friends. Don't worry. Parents is the highest influence. It's the highest influence. So let's keep their emotional health as top priority. And to make them emotionally healthy, let's start taking care of our emotional health, because we have to do nothing to make them emotionally healthy. We only have to be that, radiate that. And to be emotionally healthy, we start taking out time to take care of ourselves. 1 hour today. Does it set you thinking? Even for one thought, does it set you thinking? Yes? Now that's what we do at the Brahma Kumaris every day. 1 hour every day. That's all that we do. 1 hour every day. We come together like this at the center, and we have our daily morning spiritual class. It could be morning, it could be evening, but it's just 1 hour. But that 1 hour is enough for me to set my thoughts on the right direction for the rest of the day. It's enough for me to shift me from expectation to acceptance. It's enough to shift me from anger to being patient and calm. And then what happens? My work that I have to do in the next 10 hours, I'm able to finish it. I take lesser time what I have to take. And then taking out that 1 hour very soon is no more like taking out 1 hour. It is like I have so much time. I have so much time. So that 1 hour is for studying spiritual principles and for meditation. Both can get done in 1 hour. And once we do that, we are nourishing this self who is going to do everything else throughout the day. Nourishing the self, energizing the mind so that it thinks right, decides right, and then performs the right action. And when the parent is doing that, parent doesn't need to worry about the child. Emotional nourishment is responsibility of the parent. Not just financial, intellectual, social, and physical nourishment. Emotional nourishment. So just take out that little time, half an hour, 45 minutes for yourself every morning. And within 3 months, you'll have a different house. You'll have a different house. Early morning is very important at home. Early morning should be very calm, peaceful. But today, early morning seems to be very turbulent, disturbed, hurried energy. Take one word out of our vocabulary today. I am busy. I have no time. This thought is toxic. Can we remove that line? I am busy, I have no time. And shift to, I am easy, I have a lot of time. What will start happening is, your equation with time will change. You will suddenly start having a lot of time. Because you've suddenly started vibrating at a higher frequency. Just say it. I'm easy. I have a lot of time. And remove these two low vibration words from your thoughts and from your vocabulary. I'm busy. I have no time. I'm busy. I have no time. It's toxic for the body also. Busy, no time. Busy, no time, low energy to the body. Illness is definite, not today, 10 years, 20 years from now. What's the energy? I'm busy, I have no time. So I'm easy, I have lot of time. I accept each one as they are. I need nothing from anyone. And most important, I live my life at my pace. At my pace. I'm not in a race. And I definitely don't intend to be in a race for a lifetime. Even if you want to race, it should just be for a short time. You can't be in a race for a lifetime. Nobody's happy in a race. Nobody's happy in a race, but then they are racing only for a few minutes or few hours. We are racing every day. So take out that little time, come over to the center, learn that meditation. It's very simple, very simple. And at the meditation centers, we also have programs for children, where children can come and be with other children to learn. Tomorrow early morning starts on a very calm, peaceful note. No media, no social media, first hour of the morning. Just centered, spending time with family, being with each other, and sitting together and contemplating on what and where are we heading. Talking without the phone in your hand. Don't be guilty that we give less time to children. It's not about how much time you give. It's about who you are while you are there. It's about who you are, not about 4 hours or 2 hours. People could be with children 8 hours and be stressed. And you can be with them for 30 minutes, but those 30 minutes could be high energy. So morning times and late evening before going to sleep, both these times should be without any media or social media. No information which can disturb my frequency. And spend that time to consume a very powerful information. That is spiritual knowledge. That is meditation. That's it. Those 2 times are what is needed to energize the being. And at the Brahma Kumaris, we have a very, very beautiful technique, which is pause for 1 minute after 1 hour. We call it traffic control of thoughts. Pause for 1 minute after 1 hour to just ease down like that. And very soon you are going to start seeing the miracles in your life.